Okay, so I haven't gotten another bag of clay balls yet, and I have decided I am going to put the plants in here, and I can just take them out again to put another bag of clay balls in, because I am going to get another clay balls. I'm not up to driving to Logan to get them at the moment. The water level is definitely too high, because you can see the water's there at the moment, although it's about to, I'd say it's about to start raining. And I definitely do need to get another tap so that I can adjust the amount of water going into that bed, because those plants currently have constantly got water going in them at the moment. So that is not draining properly, because I have got too much water going into that bed at one time. So I have a few things to fix, but at the moment my number one priority is my mental health, because I am struggling a little bit at the moment with staying regulated with my emotions. It's a bit of a challenge, but I have got a team of people helping me, including a psychologist and multiple other therapies. My GP is referring me to a psychiatrist to adjust my diagnosis and see if I can get some extra support and to give me extra help with managing the depression, which my psychologist tells me that with everything that's going on in my life right now, if I wasn't depressed, he would be concerned that there was something wrong with me, and that I had some sort of disconnect from reality and was just completely disassociated. So the leak is a significant leak. It's filled that pot up overnight, which isn't tragic. I don't have a huge issue with that. It's not good, and I do need to manage it. I'll probably, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might put a smaller pot in underneath there or something, so I can get it in and out easier, so that I can use that water to water the other pots around the place. So I'm going to plant some marigolds in there with my tomato, as well as pop some basil seeds. But this is self-care at the moment. This is distracting myself from the hurdy-gurdy of thoughts that are running around in my head that I just can't control, I can't do anything about. So we control what we can control, and we leave the rest to God. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And I'm going to get some of this planted out. So I need to rinse off the soil off the roots of some of these plants before I put them into their pot. I'm half thinking I might put another tomato in there, but I might not too, because that's actually a tapioca plant or cassava. It's going to get really big, and it's a root crop. So I don't know. I don't know. I can always take things out and replant them. It's not doing super well, but it's not really something that should grow into a pot either. But being in a rental, I don't have a huge option with that. Yeah, so that's today's project. Okay, so far today, I know that's not aquaponics, but that's mental health support. I probably put way too much stuff in that pot, and I may end up moving stuff, but I've got some pretty flowers there, cleaned up some of there, put the flower in that. I pulled out stuff from last year that I had in there, and I've planted a tomato and marigold, plus I've still got the Brazilian spinach and the Okinawa spinach. And in here I've planted two tomatoes, marigold and some pretties. That's a calendula plant. There's heaps of calendula flowers, seeds in there as well, and that's some oregano that I put in last year. And there's heaps of...
I just tested the water.
Yes, Jonathan's just been doing the pH testing for the water. And there are heaps of basil seeds in there, and I've sprinkled some basil seeds in there as well, because basil's a really good companion plant for tomatoes, as is the marigold. Interestingly, I don't really like tomato, But I do like making bolognese sauce, so if I can get a nice enough harvest of tomatoes, I can make some of my own tomato paste or bolognese sauce or something, so I don't have to buy it. But I decided not to plant into the actual clay balls because it's just getting way too full and everything's just going to float around. So because like I'll show you as it goes along, but I've separated all my little, it is silver beet, it's a rainbow mix of silver beet that I've put in there, and that's, I think that was 5 of the little seedlings things have come out to that. The rest of them are actually in the other part of the thing. I did put 1 tomato in here, and that's in the little silver beet, plus I put the marigold plant in there, but they're all going to be floating very soon, which is not ideal. I definitely need more clay balls in here, but having them in there like that is going to work well anyway. I'm also planning on bringing a 1,000 litre IBC over and having another floating raft. So I do already have the other floating raft, I just need the space to put it into. So yeah, so all that rainbow silver beet up that end was just from one of these little squares. The rest of that is from the others. I think it might have been from 2. Oh, I don't remember. Either way, all of the rainbow silver beet that you see out there and over there, so that second half of the third of the floating raft, that was all from one seedling tray. One seedling tray. And the tomatoes are aroma tomato, so they're low acid. Oh, I've also planted, actually I put that tomato plant in there probably a week ago, but I just put that marigold in there, and the viola, I think it is viola or viola, I'm not sure what to call it. Anyway, so as you can see, and it's going to get a lot more waterlogged before it starts to drain, which is really not ideal. Ideally, you do not want to see any water at all above the clay balls. So this is a challenge. It's not a unsolvable challenge. It's a challenge where I just need another bag of clay balls. So I now know that, of course, it doesn't help that Jonathan decided to fill that up with clay balls. I don't know why he did that. Anyway, he did. So now I know it takes 6 bags of the hydrogen clay balls to fill 1 IBC tray. And it's not tragic. They are like $50 a bag, so that's $300. But that's a $300 investment that I'm not going to have to make again. So I'm not really that worried about that at all. Jonathan, that was a really bad idea, and I don't think you're going to get that clay ball out of there now. You're going to need to fill it up with water. Bashing it is not going to help. No, I have no idea how he's going to get that out. That was really... Yeah, just wait. No. You're going to need to fill it up again. Wait till it... Sorry, that was me. Oh, jeez. My tolerance level is not doing well at the moment. Just let it float up to the top. You need to put more water in there. Just scoop more water in with your hand. Oh dear. But as you can see what's happening, things are starting to float, which is just leave it there now and just put more water in with your hand. So just scoop more water in there, and hopefully that little clay ball will float out. Ah dear. Anyway.
It was an accident. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Then possibly you've learned a lesson now. You've learned a valuable lesson.
It was a science experiment.
Well, you've now found out that clay balls will go inside your little test tube. Don't push it down. And I'm not sure how we're going to get it out. Oh.
Sorry.
Just leave it. I have no idea what to do with it.
I think it might be stuck there.
Well, we're just going to have to hope that it's going to float out. I'll probably I might try and get it out with a pin or something. But your finger is not going to do the trick. That's a, I need to think about that one. But yeah, so you can see these little pots are all floating. So this one's even gone over on its side already. So they're all just floating around in there. So I didn't need to put them in the clay, in the little baskets. I just put them in there to give them a little bit more stability. That one's sunk. Oops, sorry. That stack of net pots has just sunk. That's funny. Anyway, I might take those out of the weather. They don't need to be out here. But yeah, so that's the progress. I'm not sure when I'm going to get the clay balls. I've got a fair bit on this weekend already.
How am I going to get this clay ball out?
You're not. You're going to have to go sit that onto the table. And I'm going to have to do something with it later. But, yeah. Anyway, that is the update for the aquaponics for today. I hope you found that interesting and entertaining. No! We already... No! Just no. Oh dear. Anyway, so that's my progress for today. And I hope you found that interesting. I'm going to go have a rest and some lunch. And today's episode of Jandera is brought to you by my I Am a Sinner Saved by Grace jumper. And the every good and perfect gift is from above. It is a well-loved shirt. But it's actually got...
all the names of Jesus on a present.
Yes, it's a present word cloud with the names of Jesus. And Sizzle H2 sticks, which I put a Sizzle H2 stick into my water bottle, which generally you put it into a 500ml bottle, but I put it into a litre because it's too sweet. It comes in triple berry and raspberry. It's stimulant-free oxygenated water infused with diatomic hydrogen, supports cellular health, helps address oxidative stress by neutralizing free radicals, supports for increased cellular energy, strong rapid support for recovery after exercise, and gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and not tested on animals. And if you would like to get some, sizzle.net/Jandera.
And my favorite Sizzle thing is the Sizzle hot chocolate.
Yeah, he loves the hot chocolate. And if you'd like to help Jonathan get his hot chocolate, feel free to support us over on the order your Sizzle products through my link, and we'll get commission from that. Anyway, have a great day, and that's the aquaponics update. Let's see if I can... the other thing, it's also brought to you by God's Love. So this hat is my God's Love banner. So it's God's banner over me is love. I hope you can see that. Anyway, that's one of my cap designs.
I also have a cap that says, I can't buy no guy.
Yes, but you're not wearing it at the moment. We're talking about products that I'm showing at the moment. So if you would like to support the channel, buy a hat, buy a jumper, buy a shirt, or buy some Sizzle products. Anyway, bless you. Have a great day.